Most people have seen one fox in their life. The red one, the familiar one, the one from fairy tales and folklore. But the fox family is far larger, far stranger, and far more beautiful than most people ever discover. From the frozen Arctic to the scorching Sahara, from the mountains of Tibet to the islands of South America, foxes adapted to every extreme environment on Earth, and in each one, they became something completely different. Same family, same intelligence, 15 completely different animals. Welcome to Flora Fana. 1. Arctic fox, Vulpes lagopus. The Arctic fox changes color with the seasons, pure white in winter to blend with snow, brown-gray in summer to match the tundra. It survives temperatures of -70 degrees Celsius, the lowest cold tolerance of any mammal on Earth. Its paws are covered in thick fur, making it the only member of the dog family with fully furred feet, natural snowshoes that prevent sinking and insulate against frozen ground. It follows polar bears across sea ice for miles, eating the scraps of seal kills left behind, surviving in a landscape where almost nothing else can. 2. Fennec Fox, Vulpes zerda. The Fennec Fox is the smallest fox on Earth, weighing barely 3 pounds, with ears that reach 6 inches long. Those ears are not just for hearing, they are radiators, dense networks of blood vessels releasing body heat into the night air, keeping the fennec cool in Saharan temperatures without sweating or panting, both of which waste water. It obtains all moisture from its food and has never needed to find a water source in its life. The smallest fox, the biggest ears, the driest home. 3. Red fox, Vulpes vulpes. The red fox has the widest geographic range of any wild member of the dog family, found across Europe, Asia, North America, North Africa, and introduced to Australia. It has successfully colonized every environment humans have created: cities, suburbs, farmland, forests, adapting its behavior to exploit whatever food source is most available. London alone is home to an estimated 10,000 urban red foxes. It has been observed using the London Underground, entering stations, riding escalators, navigating tunnels. The most adaptable fox on Earth is also, quietly, one of the most successful wild mammals in the world. 4. Tibetan sand fox, Vulpes ferulata. The Tibetan sand fox lives on the high plateau of Tibet and China, at altitudes exceeding 14,000 feet, where temperatures drop to extreme lows and prey is scarce. Its face is instantly recognizable, an almost perfectly square, flat expression that has made it one of the most widely shared animal photographs on the internet. That expression is not a mood, it is simply the structure of its skull, evolved for nothing in particular related to its appearance. It hunts plateau pikas primarily, following Tibetan brown bears to steal pikas flushed from their burrows. A fox with an accidentally famous face, living at the top of the world. 5. Swift fox, Vulpes velox. The swift fox is one of North America's smallest foxes, barely larger than a house cat, and one of the fastest relative to its body size. It was declared extinct in Canada in 1938. Reintroduction programs beginning in the 1980s successfully re-established populations across the Canadian prairies, one of the most successful carnivore reintroduction efforts in North American conservation history. It lives in prairie dog towns, hunting the same animals that sustain eagles, hawks, and coyotes across the Great Plains. Declared gone. Brought back. Still running. 6. Bat-eared fox, Otoxion megalotis. The bat-eared fox of African savannas has ears reaching 5 inches, proportionally among the largest of any canid, and uses them for a hunting technique unique in the fox family. It listens for harvester termites and beetle larvae moving underground, detecting the sound of insects chewing through soil, then digs precisely to the source. 90% of its diet is insects. It is the only member of the dog family that feeds primarily on insects rather than vertebrates or fruit. An African fox that hunts by ear, eating termites, with ears so large they look borrowed from a different animal. 7. Grey fox, Urocyon cinero argenteus. The grey fox is the only member of the dog family in North America that regularly climbs trees. It uses partially retractable claws, unique among North American canids, to grip bark and ascend trunks, escaping coyotes and other ground predators by simply climbing above them. It sleeps in tree hollows. It hunts from branches. It raises pups in elevated dens when ground sites are unavailable. A fox that solved the problem of ground predators by leaving the ground entirely. 8. Island fox, Eurasian littoralis. The island fox lives only on 6 of the 8 Channel Islands off the coast of California, each island population having evolved separately for thousands of years into subtly distinct subspecies. It is one of the smallest foxes in North America, having undergone island dwarfism, shrinking over generations due to limited resources. By 2004, 4 subspecies had declined to fewer than 100 individuals each, critically endangered by golden eagle predation following habitat changes. A coordinated recovery effort involving captive breeding, eagle relocation, and habitat restoration brought all 4 subspecies back from the edge. 6 islands, 6 populations, each one a separate conservation story. 9. Corsac fox, Vulpes corsac. The Corsac fox of Central Asian steppes and semi-deserts can go without water or food for extended periods, surviving on the moisture content of its prey alone, across landscapes where water sources may not exist for vast distances. It is nomadic, following prey across seasonal ranges that can span hundreds of miles, unlike most fox species that maintain fixed territories. In winter, Corsac foxes have been observed sharing dens in groups, an unusual social behavior for a typically solitary species, apparently adopted specifically for warmth conservation in extreme cold. A fox that shares a bed with strangers when the temperature demands it. 11. Rüppell's fox, Vulpes Rüppell's fox. Rüppell's fox inhabits some of the most extreme desert environments on Earth: the Sahara, the Arabian Peninsula, and the deserts of Pakistan and Afghanistan. Its kidney structure is adapted to concentrate urine to an extreme degree, extracting maximum water from waste products and minimizing loss in environments where moisture is essentially absent. Documented at altitudes exceeding 14,000 feet in the mountains of Afghanistan, making it one of the highest altitude desert foxes ever recorded. A desert fox found at altitude, in a mountain desert, concentrating its own urine to survive. Adaptation takes every form necessity demands. 12. Bengal fox, Vulpes bengalensis. The Bengal fox is found only on the Indian subcontinent, the only fox species endemic to South Asia. Unlike most foxes that adapt readily to human presence, the Bengal fox is a habitat specialist, requiring open grassland and scrub that has declined dramatically across India due to agricultural expansion. It is monogamous, pairs remaining together for life and sharing parental duties equally, both parents hunting for pups simultaneously. Its call, a chattering series of sounds unlike most fox vocalizations, is heard across Indian grasslands at dusk, a fox that mates for life on a subcontinent that is running out of the habitat it needs. 13. Kit fox, Vulpes macrotes. The kit fox of North American deserts is the smallest fox on the continent, weighing barely 5 pounds, and survives in the Mojave and Sonoran deserts without ever drinking standing water. Like the fennec, it extracts all moisture from prey. Its large ears, nearly as proportionally oversized as the fennec's, serve the same dual purpose of heat regulation and acute hearing for locating prey underground. It digs elaborate burrow systems, some containing over a dozen entrances, and spends the hottest desert hours underground where temperatures are stable and cool. A North American echo of the Saharan fennec. Same problem, same solution. Different desert, different fox. 14. South American gray fox, Lycolopex griseus. The South American gray fox ranges from the Andes to Patagonia, one of the most ecologically versatile foxes in the southern hemisphere, adapting to forest, scrubland, and open steppe with equal facility. It is an important seed disperser across Patagonian ecosystems, consuming fruit and depositing seeds across wide territories, shaping vegetation patterns in ways that persist for generations. In the driest parts of its range, it has been observed eating cacti, obtaining moisture from succulent tissue during periods when no other water source exists. A fox that eats cacti in Patagonia, because Patagonia demanded it, and the fox complied, that climbs mountains like a cat, living on cliff edges above deserts, at the far edge of what the fox family turned out to be capable of becoming. Thank you for exploring with us today. This is Flora Fana.